In Act 3, you want to make sure to pay a visit to Sorcerous Sundries, as the place is totally loaded. It's got a really nice legendary staff there that has an ability called Arcane Battery, and it lets you have an extra level 5 or level 6 spell. It also has 3 magical books that are really good. One of them lets you unlock the last page of the Book of Thay, then lets you have the ability to summon 4 or 5 ghouls. They're really strong and they just auto attack. It also comes with a perma buff of like 20 hit points, as initially it comes with a curse, but once you cure that with the right spell, a level 3 cure curse spell, which most companions should have at this point, then it'll turn that negative constitution into a positive plus 20 hit points. There's also an angel scroll spell here, which is really good. It's one of the best summons I've found so far.
I won't let you go alone. Who knows what this wizard might have planned?
Our closest ally will accompany me, won't you? It will be a swift and fruitful chore.
If you didn't kill the Nightsong, you have the option to turn her into Lorcan the wizard here.
Have it! This, I promise.
Traitor!
Or so it seems, but game's not over yet.
What? How could some wizard overpower both of you? You defeated the Apostle of Merkel. You mean to tell me this Loroakan was stronger than the god of necromancy?
Evil wizard, devil gift, the odds are cast anew.
What did he offer you? Power? Gold?
5k. I bought the statue with it that I don't even really like because I didn't think you'd make it with this goofy helmet that I've been hiding the whole time.
After all the trouble you went through to free her, I should strike you down where you stand. But I'll leave that to Aelin. I'm sure she will enjoy dealing with you herself.
Isabel! Isabel! In this moment, I want for nothing.
Why did you bring her here? What have you done? When I am free, I will destroy you! I will murder you, and your children, and their children beside! I will rip this world apart, plank and beam, until every iota of your being is scalded by my light! This is my promise. This is my vow!
Totally worth the statue. It's not the option I ended up going with, but I was just really curious on the reward. So if you saved Roland in the Underdark, you'll find him there on the bottom floor. On the second floor there, you'll find Lorcan's projection, and he'll give you a quiz on how well you know the Nightsong. You want to enter into the portal all the way to the left, which is the silver portal. Once you enter the portal, you'll find the real version, and he'll try to make a deal with you to bring the Nightsong to him, as he wants to basically have immortality just like Ketheric. Jump down to the floating furniture here to access the floor beneath, as that's where he's hiding all of his goodies at. There'll be 4 little pedestals there, and one will release a poisonous gas. They are labeled right next to them, but I wasn't paying attention and just released a bunch of gas. Another one does say clean up, so I'm assuming that would clean the area, but you can jump behind the switches as well, which is what I did initially before I saw that there was a button that cleared the poison. Another one of these buttons will transfer you to the floor beneath, and it says something along those lines, like below. Within that area is the really nice legendary staff, as well as a really good robe for any spellcasters. Makes you kind of look like a monk, but looks pretty nice. I dyed it with the black and harlequin white. In order to unlock these spheres, you have to pass a check with a pretty high arcane level of 20. One of these buttons will say Weave button. I don't know if I had to access that by pressing the one that was on the outside. There's one of these buttons on the outside as well. But as soon as you press that, it will transport you to the secret hidden room, which has a lot of secret items in there. The first one has a book that has a pretty strong force spell in there. Once you go through that door, there's a few chests here, but the chests don't really have anything good in them. The real treasure is behind the chest in a hidden wall. One of these has a genie lamp in there, and there's no reward, but it is a pretty cool, neat little experience in the game. You can get out of the genie lamp by finding a summoning creature scroll in one of the bags there.
You've arrived in the nick of time, saintly adventure. I've been trapped for so long, I dare say I'm half mad. Ho-ho! Thank you for sacrificing yourself to save me. Such courage brings a tear to the eye.
Keep going straight and you'll find a big round room that has a portal in it, and that's the way out. It will bring you to a room that's got a locked door though, and once you break out of it, they'll end up questioning on why you're in there. Keep going straight past the portal though, and you'll find another room with 2 more chests. Behind one of the chests has another secret room, and it's got another tome in there that's got a really good summoning angel spell in there. Does a lot of damage, usually does around 30 to 40 damage a hit. Really tanky, similar to some of the elemental summons, but really good versus any undead creatures. Exit out of there and keep proceeding forward. Eventually you'll find a room that's like a maze, and it's got 2 hidden items in here as well. There's a lot of traps in these rooms, and the first door you want to go into is Evocation. Once you go in there, you want to go into Wish, and you want to pull the lever.
Dance upon the stars tonight. Smile and pain will fade away.
Leave out of the invulnerability door and it'll bring you back to the start, but you'll see one of the doors is now highlighted, which is the Elminster Vault, and that's the book you need for the final page of the Book of Thay if you have the Book of Thay. Reading this book will curse you and give you a perma buff if you remove the curse. Give you about 20 to 22 extra hit points. If you do have the Book of Thay, this will give you a summon ghoul spell, which summons 5 ghouls for me, even though it says 4 ghouls, which is pretty crazy considering I can have like 10 plus summons now.
The book radiates power, but the words you read in the codex echo in your mind, guiding your eyes safely across the page. The once indecipherable glyphs now feel dangerously familiar, promising unholy power to those who can take it. As you pass the strange glyphs, you can feel the book resisting. Ghostly voices whisper at you from the dark, probing and fighting your mind. But your will is iron, and you brush past these shades of the past, devouring every secret the book has to offer. You see now life and death are malleable as clay, to be bent and reshaped by your will, by your power. But as you close the book, a nagging doubt whispers in your mind. What consequences will there be for calling the dead from their rest?
Exit out of the door and it'll bring you back to the start. This time you want to enter into the Silver Hand door.
Place your heart with mine. Let your sleeping soul take flight.
And then to the Abjuration door.
Down, down, down by the river. Down, down, down by the river. Hanging moon in fall.
Then you want to go to the Silver door and pull that lever as well.
Me off my feet. Down, down, down by
Head back out of there and go straight into the Door of the Wild.
down, down, down by the river.
And that'll bring you back to the start again, and that'll show you the unlocked path to the Karsus Vault now.
Inky amber, swirling down. Just leave the flames and take.
And that will unlock a poison spell, as well as following up on Gale's quest.
Take my hand and hold it tight. 'Cause you and I are everywhere. The night is young.
I thought Roland would have sided with Lorcan as he's his disciple, but turns out he sides with you if you do side with the Nightsong here. And there are quite a few of these elemental summons that he has, which are pretty strong and really annoying, as some of them cast this blind spell that has a really large radius that just sits there for a few turns. Once you take him out, Roland says he'll end up taking over the academy, and the Nightsong says she felt a little strange about killing this guy for some reason. Take it easy, be well, and I'll catch you on the next one.